Canon EOS 1DS Mk3 review. Canon upgrades its flagship Pro DSLR to provide the highest pixel count yet. Teach reader verdict. Pros: good build quality, excellent performance at low ISOs, decent AF system. Cons: noise evident at high ISOs, some control issues, sign of chromatic aberration, distantly soft JPEGs. Like other professionals DSLRs, notably previous EOS 1Ds model and Nikon's D2X over D3, the EOS 1D Mk3 is much taller than the average digital SLR. A big fat battery housing sits in the base of the body, and this also allows space for an additional vertical shutter released. This makes a lot of sense in a cameras that's likely to be used extensively for portrait frame format shots. The large control dial on the back of the camera lends itself well this arrangement, providing readily accessible with your right thumb, whichever way round you hold the camera. Three's second main control dial on the bottom right corner of the camera for vertical shooting. It's a witty camera. Even before UV attached the lens, the body is built from magnesium alloy, and the switcher is weather sealed. All the panels fit perfectly. The finish is an excellent combination of tough fillings, matte plastic, and leather look rubber, and it looks and feels flawless. So it should, of course, giving the 600 euros asking price. The Canon does feel a bit Spartan. It's a professional tool which should be as simple as possible while still getting the job done, of course. But here and there you wonder if the simplifies hasn't started to compromise the usability. For example, there's no white balance button. Instead, to change the white balance, you must press the funk button on the back of the camera twice. The first press is for changing the image size format. You then turn the rear control wheel to choose a preset. This duplication of button function is seen on the top of the camera too, and the cluster of three buttons to the left of the part. Patientism does offer some potential for confusing confusion. The front button has only one function and is used for changing the exposure PASM mode. The middle button has two functions, changing the AF mode or the drive mode depending on whether you turn the front dial or the rear dial. The rear button also has two functions, adjusting the matrix modes or flash compensation. However, we said the front button had only one function. In fact, it has two. If you hold this and the second button down, you can set auto exposure bracketing options. Now we can anticipate the objections. Exciting EOS owners will complain they are perfectly used to this kind of duplication, and that these control combinations are both ergonomic and efficient once you will learn them. Maybe so, but you will still got to learn them. The 1D might prove efficient, but it's not at all obvious. On the rear of the camera, the EOS control wheel means that an additional four-way thumbsticks is needed for menu navigation and panning round. zoomed image trunking playback.